another unboxing and review. Today we will be reviewing 4 Trackmaster newly redesigned engines. So let's take a look at them. Here's Thomas. As you can see the box here. So that's Thomas. And we've got Percy. And these engines are newly redesigned for this year. It says on the box, faster and steeper. And here it says, redesigned engines, faster and more realistic. So, here's Gordon. And last but not least, Edward. And let's get these out of its box. So first we'll get Thomas. And here's the instructions. And here it is out of this box. So there's Thomas. And now we have Percy. Let's get this out of its box. And it's out of its box, and here's Percy, and it comes with 1 mail card. And now we'll do Gordon. And these boxes not only have the engines being redesigned, so have the boxes. So, and they're much easier to open, and because it used to be with the old package, you would have to really kind of mess around and have to cut it here, cut it there, open it. It took such a long time. This, you just open it up with this tab here. And then you pull it and then you get it out. Much easier. And here's Gordon out of its box. And their buffers are not painted, I would like to point out, on these newly redesigned engines. And it says on the box that it's more realistic, but I don't really think that it's more realistic. Because if we, I'll show you. And they're not more realistic, because if we take a look here, Percy is almost as big as Gordon, but with the older Trackmaster here, Gordon is much bigger than Percy. And that's how it is in real life. So, definitely not more realistic. And the couplings are kind of more of a flimsy plastic. So that I would like to point that out, that they aren't as high quality as the older ones. With the couplings, they are really flimsy, and really flimsy couplings. So, and what's also they've changed is with the, instead of AA batteries, instead of with 1 AA batteries, or some using 1 C battery. Now all of them use 2 AAA batteries. And, well, these are really nice, and they, if we'll take a look here, let's compare the old one and the new one. So, the new one is a lot different. As you can see here, the teeth on the new wheels, on the wheels of the new Thomas, are much sharper. And on the old one, they are not as short. So, really nice. And the buffers are not painted on the new one. And the boiler here is longer. So, and this requires 2 AA's, and this has, well, 2 AAA's and 1 AA. And now we're going to give these engines a run. So, we'll take a screwdriver here. Let's fit Thomas with, we're going to give the engines a run. And what I'm really curious about is the motors. I wonder what they've done to the motor too. So, if we look here, the motor looks a little bit smaller. The switch here is a little bit flimsy plastic. The coupling is a little bit more flimsy, and the side rods are a little bit more flimsy, sadly. And this looks like it's a very basic motor, and we'll fit the batteries in and turn it on. And they are much quieter, because here's the old one, quite loud. And now let's get this back on. And if you're wondering why I have all these freight cars here with AA batteries in them, it's because I'm planning a video where we're going to compare the old one versus the new one. Now, let's give Thomas a run and see how he does. And there we go. And it is quite fast. And we'll do it one more time. And it's a little bit more of a smooth runner. And now we'll take a look at Percy. And take 2. And it's a little bit louder than, well, and it looks like they have the same motor, Thomas and Percy. Now we'll give Percy a run. Just a moment there. These couplings are a little bit more fiddly, so And this actually does quite well on the track that I'm using, which they have new track for the new engine. So Trackmaster's gone under huge change. And one more time. And now we'll do Edward. And if we look, on the bottom, they look the same. So I wonder if they all have the same motor. We'll find out. And it looks like the motor is the same. And get these in. Let's put it back on. Now let's give Edward a run. So really nice. They are quite good runners, I would have to admit. And so they're really nice runners and they are faster, but not more realistic. And I don't have another Edward, so I won't be comparing him to the other ones. So they're really nice, and if we look, they've gone under huge changes, because here's the new Gordon, and here's the old Gordon, which you may recognize if you saw the older Trackmaster version. So this is really nice, and it has some weight to it, but this is quite light, but has no batteries. So really nice, and it's much bigger. The old one is much bigger, and the tender cannot be removed. So, and Gordon, on the new version here, the tender can be removed. So it's just, this is basically a rolling stock. Or a freight car, and so really nice, and it's shorter, but not as detailed. As you can see here, the buffers are not painted, and and there's no splash of white on the running board, which the old one doesn't have, and these lamp irons here, these things sticking up here, should be painted black, and the cylinder should be blue and with red stripes. So definitely less accurate. And now we'll fit it, get this back on. And now let's get this on the rails. And it runs really nice. And it's really fast too. This one, Gordon seems to be a little bit faster than Edward, Thomas, and Percy. So, really nice. And it's quite smooth running. So we'll come to a stop. Really nice. And these are really nice, well, they are really nice engines. And, well, let's get these on the rails and running. And this is a really nice, these are really nice, what can I say? These are really nice, and I like that the newly redesigned engines, and, well, this is pretty good for Trackmaster. They do run a little bit better, but I wonder, are they stronger? As we'll find out in a future video. So, thank you for watching. This is Zachary Tinkle, signing out.